Well, welcome everyone to the first ever Generation Esports Report. I'm Coach Olney.
And I'm Gracie Starr.
And we've got a really exciting episode planned for you today.
Here's a quick rundown of segments in today's show, so you're not going to want to go anywhere. But for now, I'd like to start with some exciting news coming out of HSCL and Generation Esports. We are happy to announce our partnership with ASUS.
ASUS is launching their Back to School Ready with ASUS campaign, and they've entered an exclusive partnership with us here at HSCL to bring you guys prizing, giveaways, tournaments, and much more.
So be on the lookout for opportunities to get your hands on some pretty sweet ASUS products.
That also reminds me, HSCL and MSCL fall registration is now open for the fall major, so you're not going to want to wait. Get your teams registered. We have up to $40,000 in scholarships available this fall, which is crazy. And we also have a lot of Quest prizing and other opportunities, so make sure you get on top of that. But for now, let's head into the big stories in esports this week. We got a lot of news to cover this week. Unfortunately, a lot of it was not the greatest. So ESL Cologne happened this past week, and while it was a great CSGO event, it ended in kind of turmoil. A lot of news broke afterwards because 3 coaches were caught exploiting a coaching bug that allowed them to get camera shots of the opponent's base and some other things that they knew about and was just blatantly cheating. So those 3 coaches have been suspended, and it cast kind of a wider net throughout the esports community. This was a really big problem because esports has had problems with toxicity and particularly sportsmanship and cheating, especially through Warzone and things like that. And the community's response has always kind of been like, well, don't cheat. If our professional coaches are getting caught cheating, though, like, how do we expect the community to listen and follow suit? It's a huge problem, and I hope you guys understand that. And speaking of toxicity, there was a viral clip that happened this past week with very large, well-known streamer Summit1G. He was playing Fall Guys, just having a good time, and his chat was being super toxic. So he went on a rant basically saying that his chat was ruining Fall Guys for him, and if they can ruin Fall Guys, how is he supposed to enjoy playing anything? And honestly, I kind of agree with him. Toxicity is such a huge problem in the gaming community, and it really holds us back. For some reason, we view streamers and these large YouTubers and celebrities as, figures and not people. And so we kind of act in a way that we wouldn't act with our friends, and that's a huge problem. We need to solve this toxicity issue, and it starts with all of you guys. At the high school, at the middle school level, we need to be better educated on our behavior online and in-game so that we can go on to all just have fun. This is all about community, making friends, having a good time. We all started gaming because we wanted a fun hobby. On a more positive note, there's a really cool article I found about an all-girls esports league called Supergirl Gamer Pro. They're holding a really large event online in October for CSGO, League of Legends, and Hearthstone, and they're going to be giving away $30,000 in prizing. And like I said, this is an all-girls league. It's super cool. It looks like it dates back to about 2017, and they've just been inspiring women everywhere to compete in esports and show them that they have a place in this community, which you do. So congrats to them. It's really cool to see. And our final story comes through the Call of Duty scene. So Call of Duty Championships happened this past week, and the event actually went off really well. It was the largest viewership event Call of Duty has ever had, which was a miracle given all of the run-ins they've had this year with switching to online and criticism they've received. Ultimately, they pulled it off, and it was the best event they've ever held. The ratings were really high. The production was on point. It was a really, really good event, and if you didn't see, spoiler alert, Dallas Empire did come away with the win. However, that win was kind of short-lived because almost immediately following the event, Call of Duty League announced that they're going to be switching to a 4v4 format instead of 5v5. Now, this had a lot of implications for all the teams because no other teams are going to be added to the Call of Duty League, which means every single team is going to have to drop one of their starter players, and those jobs are essentially gone. And a lot of people are upset because the general consensus is the switch to 4v4 format and cutting all of these players was just to save money. I don't know. I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts, but certainly Twitter was not happy. And with that, that is the biggest news for this week. So yeah, unfortunately, a lot of negative news to come out this week, but it is what it is.
And we do want to try to keep the show positive. So I heard you all pulled a prank or something earlier this week.
Yeah, well, we tried to. Here's what we did. So for our first office prank, we're actually going to be pranking Mason. Mason is the CEO and founder of the High School Esports League, so I thought it was fitting for our first prank. So here's what we have planned. We recently unlocked this new door into our office suite, and we found this really dark and dingy old closet, I guess, that no one's been in years. So we thought it would be funny if we could prank Mason into thinking someone left a lot of money back there. So obviously first step is we needed a lot of money. So I went on Amazon and bought a bunch of fake motion picture money, and then we went around and wrapped it up like it just came from a bank or something to make it look kind of real. So after getting all of the money prepared, this is what it looks like, and honestly, it looks pretty real. So next, I decided to wrap it in saran wrap because the paper kind of felt wrong, so I didn't want him to touch the paper, and I thought wrapping in saran wrap looked a little more sketchy anyway. So we wrapped it up, and then I rubbed it in a bunch of dirt so that it looked like it was kind of old, to give it, just that old-timely vibe. I found a super old burrito bag in the back and planted it. So there's our trap, and let's see how this plays out. Yeah, you're gonna be on camera. You're gonna be on the interwebs. So it was a little tricky getting Mason to actually go back there and have a good excuse to get him to go back there. I just said we were filming a tour of the whole office suite and thought it'd be funny to show off this, dirty closet. So once we go in there, he's a little apprehensive and he doesn't kind of like being on camera anyway. So I had to kind of prep it by bringing up the burrito bag and seeing, if I could get him to look at it and get a reaction. And this is the reaction we got. We got a burrito. You want a burrito? You know what Burrito Brothers is? Are you serious? Yeah. What? You jokester, dude. There's no way. for like a split second though.
Well, yeah, the people that own this place are,
Okay, so obviously that didn't really go as planned. He didn't react much and he wasn't buying it. So we didn't want to end the prank there. So I decided to get Mason in on the prank, and when we went and got Ben.
This bag's full of money. Shut up. Like, a lot of it.
told you Leonard had some secrets, dude.
You're kidding.
Go to lunch on me, or?
Yeah, I mean, I'm
There's literally like $70,000 here.
So the question is, what do we do with it?
I don't know, we should make this decision on videotape.
What if we unwrap it and it says motion picture money?
Rip. Got me. I didn't believe you did it anyways.
All right, so I'll be honest, our pranks, they can use a little work, but I promise I'll get better.
I hope so. Speaking of fails, we asked you all to submit your biggest fails and funny moments to be featured in the show. And while you guys definitely delivered,
For some reason, every clip was Fall Guys or Warzone, but we figured we'd run with it and make that this week's theme for F's in the chat. Coming in at number 5 for the week, we have quite possibly the quickest elimination in Fall Guys history, all brought to us by @DevinRM. And one more time in slow motion. Yeah, that's rough. Coming in at number 4, we have my man, Life's Bleak. Honestly, he's just trying to vibe.
Strictly dubs today, alright? No getting pissed off. None of that. Good vibes, dude. Alright, vibes are down.
At the number 3 spot, we have some of the best callouts I have ever heard. And I wrote the book on callouts, literally. Thanks for this clip at Kamiko Official.
There's another one up there too. To the left. One. By the tree. By the tree, Cameron. Past that rock. Like the dead tree.
Dude, you realize I'm looking at like 20 trees.
I was trying to describe it. It was hard.
At number 2, we have yet another reason to hate Fall Mountain. And at our number one spot for the week, we have the definition of S in the chat. The most unlucky play of the century goes out to this guy.
Che cazzo ho fatto? Sono uno di loro.
Oh no. Oh.
No, Green, dove sei andato?
Thanks for submitting your clips. We do really want to make this show as interactive as possible, which is why a lot of the show has opportunities to get featured.
We also want to help you all find enjoyable content to watch, which is why we wanted to introduce a segment to feature our favorite creator of the week. This week's being Bobby Wasabi. Spicy. So when I was wasting my time scrolling through TikTok, this video popped up on my For You page.
This is the reason why I stopped playing video games right here.
Okay.
People like this game has been out for like what, a week? Just 1 week, and people are this try hard at a party game.
I was really surprised that someone was this good at a game I hadn't really heard about, so I wanted to look up who the actual account was. I found out that the player was none other than Bobby Tryhard Wasabi. He has since branded himself a tryhard of Fall Guys since that video duet surfaced.
No.
I wanted to attach some clips of his that got pretty big and went viral, and most of them were actually of him jumping on the hexagon. One of the most challenging trials of Fall Guys.
Please. Yes!
His TikTok videos have found quite a bit of success, so I was interested to see if this carried over to his Twitch account that he has linked in many of his TikTok. While his 6,000 TikTok followers didn't quite follow him to Twitch, he got at least 2,000 of them, which I'd say is pretty impressive for someone who really wasn't on the map for a while.
In person, yeah.
His streams are super chill and honestly something you could have playing in the background.
Class to my apartment.
I was curious to see what the statistics looked like for his Twitch platform given the time period when his videos popped off. As you can see, he had an exponential growth in not only followers, but also views. He went from gaining about 10-20 per month to 600 in just the past August. While this is really impressive, I wanted to know if he streamed anything other than just Fall Guys. So I continued doing research and I found out he's actually an amazing villager player. He's one of the top 100 players listed under consideration for Panda Global's Smash Ultimate RPG rankings. If you're interested in learning more about Bobby Wasabi, I would definitely check out his Twitch channel. His streams are super chill and he's super interactive with the chat. Despite being a chocolate hater, he's got my support. Here's his Twitter and YouTube account. If you haven't made it yet, don't stop climbing. I hope you all enjoyed that segment. If you're also a content creator and want any opportunity to be featured, head on over to our Discord and start leveling up. You level up by being active, and if you reach level 20, you can submit your own content and pages to be featured on our show.
If you just want to submit clips though, don't worry, anyone can do that. And while I love the fails and funny moments, I also love featuring some of the great plays you guys pull off. And this week, you definitely delivered. This is a segment we like to call Poggers Plays of the Week. Number 5 made the list because, honestly, I didn't even know you could do this.
Oh my god, Nathan! I did the play of the century!
At number 4, we have back-to-back gold medal gaming championship level kills. I mean, just watch.
You flash the corner, flash left corner.
You got him? Nice.
You guys are ready?
None there.
There's gonna be
We
somebody.
smoke, get ready for the smoke, get ready for the smokes in the wall.
That's one dead, that's Phoenix.
At number 3, we have a man and a pistol on a quest for an ace.
Ace.
Coming in at number 2, we have a flawless play mixed with the most hyped teammates I've ever heard.
Jump.
Be faster.
Yes.
Enemy down.
Behind you.
One enemy remaining.
Grab the operator. Oh, that's a good.
And coming in at number 1, we have the biggest finesser in Verdansk, out here breaking ankles and taking names.
And that's going to do it for this week's episode of the Generation Esports Report.
If you enjoyed the show, please let us know on Twitter or Instagram, and you can tune in here every Monday for a new episode. But for now, we'll let you get back to the grind.